Okay, top of the morning, top of the evening, top of the night, whatever time zone you are on. I am live really quick. I'll be on live again tonight to discuss the difference in the two administrations so we can be informed. Ooh, let me. So, the United doctors and heads of departments have finally declared COVID-19 a pandemic, which doesn't surprise me. I kind of figured we were headed that way. Over 100 countries now have confirmed cases of this virus, with thousands of people who have been impacted by it. It is now in, it has been confirmed in the state of Michigan as of yesterday. I'll go back to what my one of my cousins who's been working for the Center of Disease Control said to us on Saturday, that we already know they do not have this virus under control. They really don't know how many states have it. They really don't know how many people have it. In order to know the raw data on that, you would have to test every person. Every person has not been tested. Every area has not been tested. So let's get to that information really quick. Let me do a screen share. And hopefully everyone got their supplies. Now, for us and our family, because we lived through Y2K, and hello to the people in the chat, because we lived through the Y2K, when that was being projected years ago and it didn't happen, where all the electricity and power were supposed to go down and it was supposed to be an attack, and globally things like that were supposed to happen. As soon as we start hearing about the coronavirus being confirmed here in the United States, we started stocking up on supplies. So we have a month of supplies in advance. And remember, I was telling people it's better to be prepared than not prepared. And for people who waited to the last minute, if you are going different places and they don't have the gloves, I sent my daughter to school today with some gloves. I sent her to school today with some, that's too much light on that. Still too much antibacterial soap from Dow. Okay. Quite naturally, she had her mask. She has hand sanitizer. We always keep hand sanitizer. We started stocking up on water. Well, we always keep water anyway, but went back and stocked up on water. This is Michigan. In Michigan, in this state, we already knew people would be running around buying up everything anyway. So we know here we have to do what we have to do when things happen. I'm waiting for one more shipment from Amazon, and that's on the different mask and something else I got in there. We have a host of hand sanitizer. That was in everybody's Christmas, part of everybody's Christmas packet anyway, that we give, you know, that we do for this household. We do our gift giving time. So we have food stocked up, and we usually always have a bunch of food stocked up anyway. But food, water, vegetables, including your vegetables. We have our emergency. We stocked up on that as soon as it started hitting here. Show you what type of, well, excuse me for the shakiness. We started stocking up on. So, but I keep emergency with me anyway. So, yeah, we started stocking up on, you know, vitamin C because you want to keep your immune system built up. Okay. So we started stocking up on just a host of different things. When we heard of the first case here in the United States, because I do have 2 cousins that work for the Center of Disease Control, but one cousin has been working for them over 20 years. She do 6 months in the US and then 6 months out. So, and because we went through other things that may have been considered crisis, we just already knew to go ahead and start stocking up. But let's get to what the latest update is. It's going to be real short and sweet. And once again, sorry for the clicks in the background. Hopefully everyone
is the worst yet to come, Dr. Fauci?
Yes, it is.
Can you elaborate?
Well, whenever you have an outbreak that you can start seeing community spread, which means by definition that you don't know what the index case is, and the way you can approach it is by contact tracing. When you have enough of that, then it becomes a situation where you're not going to be able to effectively and efficiently contain it. Whenever you look at the history of outbreaks, what you see now in an uncontained way, and although we are containing it in some respects, we keep getting people coming in from the country that are travel related. We've seen that in many of the states that are now involved. And then when you get community spread, it makes the challenge much greater. So I can say we will see more cases and things will get worse than they are right now. How much worse we'll get will depend on our ability to do 2 things: to contain the influx in people who are infected coming from the outside, and the ability to contain and mitigate within our own country.
So when you all watch it
Bottom
later,
line,
there it is.
it's going to get worse.
Their ability to contain it, and when we already knew that, and they don't know how many people have it, and then how many people are coming in from other areas that could have it. So unfortunately, like they stated, it's going to get worse before it gets better, and it can be found in young adults and children as well as older adults. Now, they finally confirmed that, as information has been forthcoming pertaining to this pandemic, and I was waiting for them to call it a pandemic because you have other countries, over 100 other countries, that same virus. And hopefully everyone has been prepared, and just leave a Y in the comment section if you are prepared, and leave an N in the comment section if you're not prepared. And please get your supplies if you can. I know people have been on the dollar store website. They've been out of things trying to order, supplies from there. You have Home Depot, you have Menards. Quite naturally, everybody went Amazon a long time ago. Like I said, I started ordering stuff from Amazon. I'm just waiting on one box that's probably taking about a month to get here. Should be here in the next few weeks, but it's an order I placed on supplies. When it started, when we knew it was here, we started going out. We're, a little bit older. We remember just going through power outages, going through, I remember here in the 80s when the houses all flooded in the area that we lived in, and water was in everyone's basement all the way up to their living rooms. And a bunch of resources were lost that way. In this state, a lot of things have happened, and it's just always best to be prepared. And then again, my father was from Louisiana, my mother was born in Mississippi, so they just had a drive about them to be prepared just in case things happen. And then my father was in the military, so he was always on next level preparedness for anything that could happen. But that's the update. I wanted you to hear it for yourself. It has been declared a pandemic. No one needs to panic at this point. I know on this channel we talked about people being prepared in advance. So leave a Y in the chat session, or leave a Y in the comment section if you're prepared. Leave it in if you're not. And if you're not, please go shop places that people would not normally go. And unfortunately, people are probably going everywhere. But pet stores, usually they have hand sanitizers. Just different places that you can go to, because like I said, here, I know the dollar store back order on things. They sold out of vodka that is like 90% alcohol, because you can make a sanitizer from there. People have been snatching peroxide off of shelves because you can make a sanitizing solution from that. Please get prepared. I'll see everybody tonight as we discuss facts versus fiction, compare and contrast, two administrations and how they fared here in the United States of America as we vote this year. Bye, everybody.